Hello and welcome to this lesson. This is lesson 32, A2 level with Perfectly Spoken, and today our class is going to be about present perfect. Okay, so it's a new grammar structure. Let's have a look at the contents of the lesson. So in this class, we will look at first a very, very common question form we use with present perfect. Have you ever? We'll also look at present perfect for experience. What does this mean? Don't worry, in this lesson, we'll look at this. And we will look at present perfect, the form and the meaning. And then we will look at lots and lots of examples, okay? And I will ask you to write some examples as well. Okay, so let's go. Right, now, first question. Can you see this question here? Have you ever been on a roller coaster? Now, what is a roller coaster? Good question. Don't worry, I have an image here, as you can see. This fantastic roller coaster. This is a roller coaster. So have you been on a roller coaster? There are two possible answers. You can say, yes, I have. Or you can say, no, I haven't. So, for example, I have been on a roller coaster just once. Okay, so one time in my life, I went on a roller coaster. Okay, all right, let's have a look at another example. Have you ever eaten snails? What are snails? Don't worry, I have a picture. So, two possible answers again. Have you ever eaten snails? Yes, I have. Or, in my case, no, I haven't. I haven't, and I don't want to. Okay. So yeah, they're very popular in Spain, especially in this area. So it's quite a usual thing for people to eat. But me, I have never eaten snails. Okay, right. So as you can see here, we've got present perfect. It's a new grammar form, and it's formed, as it says here, with have or has and the past participle. Okay, so for example, here's an example sentence, not a question this time, sentence. He has been on a roller coaster. She has eaten snails. And I haven't eaten snails. Now, it's important you look. If you can see here, the have or has, it looks like the verb have or has, like, for example, I have a pencil or I have a pen. But it is not a lexical verb. It is not the verb have like this, like I have a pen or I have a pencil. It is, in fact, an auxiliary verb. It is a verb to help make the tense, okay? So this tense is formed with have or has plus past participle, okay? Remember when we did the lesson on the passive, we looked at past participles, right? Do you remember? So you have, with regular verbs, the past participle is the same as the past simple. And with irregular verbs, it depends. Okay, so have a look again at the examples. You can see the subject, has, auxiliary, and been, the past participle. Okay, so here you can see here I'm highlighting the have or has, and then here I'm highlighting the past participle, and here at the end of the sentence here you can see the the verb. So he has been on a roller coaster. She has eaten snails. I haven't eaten snails. Okay, is that okay so far? Right, now, just one thing. Why do we have the present perfect? So, for example, if I say, I have been on a roller coaster, it's true. So that means if you look here at the timeline here, you have now, and then you've got my life. So in my life at some point, but I do not specify when, important, I say I have been in my life, I have been on a roller coaster. Contrast, if, for example, you say the time 3 years ago, then you cannot use present perfect. We will talk about this in more detail in lesson 34. Okay, so I have been on a roller coaster, or I went on a roller coaster 3 years ago. But I have been on a roller coaster 3 years ago? No. Okay, let's look at some example questions now. Have you ever eaten octopus? And what's an octopus? Well, don't worry. Oh, poor octopus. I have a photo here so you can see. Okay, I have a photo of an octopus. Here we are, here we are. Here's an octopus. And have you ever eaten octopus? And again, you've got yes, I have. No, I haven't. Now here is a question form. So you notice the auxiliary verb goes first. You've got eaten, the past participle. And here you see highlighted in the answers, you use the auxiliary verb. So yes, I have. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Okay. And I just want to point out something. This word ever that we use is a very typical word that we put in this kind of question. It just means in your life, at some point, in your experience. That's why it's present perfect for experience. So have you ever eaten octopus? Yes or no? Okay, another question. Have you ever eaten spaghetti? Have you ever been to Paris? Have you ever seen the Rolling Stones? And you can say, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Yes, I have, no, I haven't. So yes, I have eaten spaghetti. I have been to Paris, but I haven't seen the Rolling Stones, not in concert anyway. Okay, then here's some example sentences. You've got, I have never seen the Rolling Stones in a concert. My brother has, notice third person, my brother has never been to Paris. I have never eaten snails. My parents have never been on a plane. My aunt has never been to the cinema. Okay, so here we've got the sentences, and now I'm going to put the table, the form on the table, and I'm just going to talk you through the table. If you want to copy it down, pause the video, okay, and then you can listen to my explanation. Okay, are you ready? So we've got here on the table, I've done the subject and the auxiliary for the affirmative. Now notice you have the possibility of a contraction. So you've got I have or I've. And in negative, I haven't, which is more common than I have not. That's why I put the have not in brackets. So you can say I have or I've, I haven't. You have, you've, you haven't. She or he or it. Has or it's, he's, she's, or he hasn't. And then we have or we've, pronunciation we've, or they have or they've, okay? And then you've got the past participle, all right? So you know from the lesson we did on passive, got past participles. The examples we are looking at today are here: been, eaten, visited, travelled, okay? Notice visited and travelled. Visited and travelled, they are regular verbs, so their form, their past participle form is the same as past simple, okay? All right, so let's have a look now at questions. How do we form a question? We started the lesson today, in fact, with a question. So you see here I've highlighted in red, they have. So for the question, this is they, this is have. You simply change the order, okay? You've got the subject, auxiliary verb, boom, okay? Because we don't need an auxiliary verb because we already have one, okay? So let's look at, again, do you remember from before the example question? So for example, have you ever eaten octopus? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Another example, have you ever been on a roller coaster? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Okay? Right, so that's quite a lot of information. So now, in the next activity, I want you to finish these sentences. So my suggestion is that you see the sentence, write it down in your notebook, and then finish the sentence. Okay, finish the sentence. And please, I always say this, but please try to write something that's true, because maybe it takes longer, but it's more meaningful then. Okay, so try to write a true sentence. Okay, can you do that? Yes, come on. Okay, so let's have a look. Are you ready? Da-da-da. Okay, I've noticed I'm using the contraction. I have. I've never eaten. Okay, next one. My mother has never been to. I've never seen. Seen is from the verb to see. You can see a film. You can see a band in a concert, for example. My best friend has never had. And I've never been to. Okay, so now I will finish the sentences for you, okay, about me, all right, or ones that are true for me, okay? So let's see. I've never eaten. I've never eaten, well, snails, we know, and I've never eaten rabbit. You know rabbit, the animal long is? I've never eaten rabbit. No. My mother has never been to Madrid. She's never been to Madrid. I've never seen the Beatles. Probably because that was a long time ago. My best friend has never had paella. Now, paella is a Spanish dish you eat, and she's never had it. It's very famous, but she doesn't like rice, so she's never had paella. And I've never been to Morocco, but I want to go to Morocco. That is my next destination, but I've never been to Morocco. Okay? All right, and now for the last sentence, the last section, I'm going to put on the screen some questions, and you can write the questions, and I just want you to answer them. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Okay, so you have to understand the questions, read the questions, copy the questions, notice the past participle of the verbs. Okay, right, so here are the questions. Okay, have you ever been to London? Have you ever been to London? It's a fantastic city, very expensive. Have you ever been on a plane? Have you ever eaten French cheese? I love French cheese. Have you ever seen the Rolling Stones? I haven't. Have you ever played cricket? I haven't. I don't understand cricket. It's like a big mystery. Have you ever played football? Okay, so notice here you can see we have two played. We've got one regular verb, and then we've got been, eaten, seen, played. So lots of different past participles there. Okay, so I love present perfect for experience. It's fantastic because you can ask questions, find out information, and you can talk about your experiences. So, one moment. Oh, and there's one question now, which is related to the vocabulary from the last class. Okay, so are you ready for the question? Here we go. So this one. Have you ever had the flu? Have you ever had the flu? I've had the flu lots of times, and it's horrible. I don't like the flu. Yeah, because I have children, I've had the flu a lot because they give me the flu, then they get the flu. It's like a big flu virus. Oh, horrible. Okay, some more questions. Have you ever been to hospital? Have you ever been to hospital? Have you ever had a stomach bug? Have you ever had a stomach bug? You remember stomach bug is when you feel nauseous. Have you ever seen a ghost? What's a ghost? Don't worry, I have a picture. Here's a picture of a ghost. Have you ever seen a ghost? That's a brilliant question. I haven't. Maybe you think that ghosts don't exist. So, but it's still a good question to generate conversation. Okay, so there we go. That's a lot of information related to present perfect. It's a really good grammar structure, as I said. And in fact, in the next 2 lessons, we're going to look at present perfect in a little bit more detail, more practice to get you really, really good with present perfect, because it's a very useful tense and it definitely makes you more intermediate than pre-intermediate. Yes, so we're going now towards B1. Okay, so well done. That was lots of information. And as I said, in the next video, we will look a lot more at present perfect. So I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Take care. Remember to read again and again. Try writing example sentences and enjoy English. Okay, so thank you very much. And here's a quick reminder of what we did in the lesson. Okay, so we looked at have you ever, present perfect for experience, present perfect form and meaning, and we looked at lots of examples. Okay, so I hope that was interesting, and I will see you in lesson 33. Okay, take care and goodbye. See you soon.